Hey you, yes you. Know that you're awesome because one day when I have 1 billion subscribers, you'll be able to tell everyone I've been watching him since he had only a few hundred subscribers. But keep in mind, everything said, shown or explained here is purely for entertainment purposes and has no connection to reality. All places, situations and names, even those that happen to have the exact same names as real ones, are purely coincidental. Don't take anything seriously. I am serious. About recent news regarding direwolves. I am stupid, guys. I'm not a scientist who can sequence genomes. I barely understand DNA. In my understanding, DNA or DOFU, suck my D and read it yourself, basically are blueprints that carry traits such as size, color, etc. So my question is, did they get it from old direwolf genes? Or did they basically use selective DNAs from modern grey wolves? If so, how? They claim both, by the way. 15 genetic edits are from direwolves and 5 from grey wolves, according to them. But realistically, I don't get it, to be honest with you. Why? Because why the F do we need animals that have been extinct for 10,000 years? I get it if scientists sat down and selected animals that were extinct because of humans. As we know, humans are modern main contributors to effing the planet. But I don't think 10,000 years ago humans were the reason for such things. Do we need direwolves? In my nobody gives a shit opinion, nope. Because there are more global problems than effing direwolves. Just because you love a TV show that started great and ended up as a pile of crap in its last season, doesn't mean we need these creatures. This is marketing gimmick for the company that wants fame and recognition. Instead of making direwolves, how about plants that can consume more CO2 or cows that fart oxygen, or make something that is more climate friendly and important? Can we do it? No? Okay. Nintendo Switch 2. My goodness. Oh my goodness. US of A. Why does US always have to be on the far side of age spectrum? Nothing in between. Before you start bashing a certain person for certain things he has done, the previous one was no better. And let me tell you, all the politics and politicians are corrupt either way. You won't ever see someone with integrity, honesty, and a clear vision ruling the country because power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The problem with the left is inclusion for the sake of inclusion, even shoving those inclusivity ideas down the throats of underage younglings. The problem with the right is exclusion for the sake of exclusion to satisfy those who have hatred in their hearts. And now, because of politics, consumers who don't give a damn about the right versus left saga are struggling. Because let's be honest, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a big deal for gamers, and gamers who only care about how big the protagonist's boobs and ass are now won't get the Nintendo Switch 2 on time. Soon, getting on a plane to Japan to buy a Nintendo Switch 2 will be less expensive than buying in the great US of A. Oh, politics! You can suck my D all day. The new Mission Impossible movie trailer just came out. Do you know what the real Mission Impossible is? not making another Mission Impossible, of course.
Tom Cruise?
These things are too profitable not to make. The same way as a
Yeah.
Fast and Furious series. But unlike Fast and Furious, Mission Impossible is actually enjoyable and, believe it or not, more believable or less fantastic. And Tom Cruise, despite him being a Scientologist and a psychology denier, is as lovable as F. Yep, we know he's crazy. He lives in a world full of fantasy where the king is possibly guilty of the disappearance of his wife. But still, this MFer does his own stunts despite being 150 years old, and he looks young for his age. And he has been doing it for thousands of years according to Scientology. Are you gonna watch it? Of course you will, and because it's an American product, it will be cheap in the US of A and expensive in other countries that put counter tariffs against United States. I just stumbled upon an old video of an Arab guy on a 50 where he says, "I'm not rich, watch it yourself."
Habibi, which one of your 100 cars should we take for the ride?
Brother, we will take a 50.
So, which car is your favorite?
You know I'm not rich, right? But here's the thing. Rich people don't enjoy life the way I do. You should enjoy your life too.
First of all, if he's not rich, what am I? Second of all, he's right. You should enjoy your life while you can and feel it with great moments. But on the other hand, being modest while you are rich is not a bad thing either. Either way, whether you enjoy your life or stay modest, as long as you earn it legally and with hard work and brain power, it's up to you how to spend your money. Who cares, right? Guys, as usual, leave a like and subscribe, because you know the drill. If you don't do what I asked of you, you'll be granted a special tariff just for you. 2000% on top of everything you buy for the rest of your life.